Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
No. We sang that song for 6 years straight.
Well, who didn't?
We need something new.
This is it.
It's our time.
This is our moment. Hakuna Mufasa. What a wonderful name.
Come, Kiara.
I'll tell you a story. A story of destiny that would change our lives forever.
Hello, I'm Taka. What's your name?
Mufasa.
I always wanted a brother.
Taka, you are the future king. Do not associate with strays.
I'm not a stray. I'm just lost.
I see the bright lands beyond the horizon. You must find your place in the circle of life.
But 2 lions don't make a pride.
We need to find others who can help us.
Rafiki will guide you.
Oh, guys.
That's Zazu. Don't eat him.
Wonderful. Another misfit stray we're not supposed to eat.
Everything the light touches belongs to me.
They're coming!
Why am I running?
We must fight together.
You stole my destiny.
Mufasa, it is your time.
네, 반갑습니다. 영화감독, 한국에서 영화감독하고 있는 연상호입니다. 반갑습니다.
Yeah, no, I know exactly who you are, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I actually watched Train to Busan right at the beginning of making this film.
감사합니다. 이번 작품을 처음 제안 받으시고 처음에는 거절하셨다라는 얘기를 들었었어요. 어떤 것 때문에 거절하셨었는지를 해주실 수 있을까요? 네.
Yeah, I think it came out of this assumption that the way I make movies wouldn't work with the way this movie is made. As soon as I read it, I knew right away that there was something of what I do that was a great fit for this film. And then it just became about technology. Would I be afraid of the technology or would I embrace it?
저도 영화 보면서 사실은 감독님이 선택을 하신 이유 같은 것들을 잘 볼 수 있었던 것 같아요. 특히 저는 이제 무파사하고 타카의 관계 같은 것들이 영화 내에서 되게 아주 내밀하게 표현이 돼가지고 그것들을 보는 재미가 되게 있었거든요. 원작 애니메이션인 라이언 킹을 사실은 고등학교 때인가 아마 영화 극장에서 했었던 사람이고, 또 최근에 이제 라이브 액션으로 만들어진 라이온 킹도 사실 제가 지금 딸이 10살인데 딸이 있다 보니까 굉장히 또 재미있게 그거를 봤었던 관객으로서 이번 작품 같은 경우는 사실은 뭐 이제 저희 딸이 엄청 좋아할 것 같다라는 느낌을 좀 받았고, 그 외에도 저 같은 경우도 사실은 그 무파사와 타카라고 하는 캐릭터들의 서사를 볼 수 있어서 굉장히 좋았던 것 같아요. 이게 굉장히 뭐 아주 깊이 있는 농도의 그런 이야기가 아주 충분히 기술이 돼 있어서 그거를 보는 게 굉장히 재미가 있었던 것 같아요.
Yeah, when I finally read the script and I said yes, it was because of that relationship between Mufasa and Taka, which, you know, for 30 years we've assumed that relationship was only one way. And I thought it was really moving to go back and see it a completely different way and see how the world and how their reaction to all these things happening in their world, how it sort of forced them to evolve, and unfortunately to evolve away from each other at times. I thought it was a really beautiful thing. And you mentioned your daughter. You know, I love that The Lion King gives children some really complex sort of character issues to sort of deal with, but in a way that they can. And I thought this was a really great opportunity for me to give that gift. You said you saw it in high school. You know, hopefully now there'll be people in high school now who get to watch this film, and I can give that same gift to them that was given to you.
그 무파사 라이온 킹 같은 경우는 내러티브적으로는 사실은 그냥 선형적인 구조가 아니라 사실은 이제 어떤 이야기를 과거와 현재를 오가는 교차 구조를 가지고 있는데 이런 부분을 선택하신 이유도 궁금해요.
Yeah, I thought, these movies, I'm always aware that children are watching them, and yet I was trying to find a way to place the children in the film. You know, for me, Mufasa is perfect. And the whole frame of the story is that Kiara, Simba's daughter, also thinks Mufasa's perfect. So perfect that she can never be like him. And so she can never be brave like him. And I love that Rafiki's telling the story to show no, no, no. He was just a young person, who learned from his experiences and he grew so you can grow as well. And I love that your daughter could be watching this film and she can see, oh, Kiara, I'm just like her, I think that's a really, really cool thing. I thought it justified the cross-cutting.
저는 사실은 디즈니가 했던 작품 중에 제가 뭐 감독과 대화 참여했던 작품이 이제 겨울왕국 2라는 작품이었는데 사실은 비슷하게 시사를 했어요. 그때는 저희 딸이 더 어렸을 때인데 저희 딸하고 같이 그 시사를 봤었는데 되게 놀랬던 것 중에 하나가 겨울왕국 1이 엄청난 그 뮤지컬 음악, 엄청나게 유명한 음악이 있어가지고 과연 그거를 넘어설 수가 있을까라고 했는데 겨울왕국 2를 저희 딸하고 딸 친구들이랑 보고 돌아가는 길에 이미 그 겨울왕국 2에 나왔던 음악들을 막 흥얼거리고 있더라고요. 그래서 저는 사실은 이번 같은 경우도 사실은 라이언 킹이라고 하는 작품이 워낙에 유명한 그 스코어들로 돼 있어가지고 그것에 대해서 되게 과연 어떻게 보면 그게 되게 거대한 벽같이 느껴졌었는데 이번 작품에서 되게 놀랬던 게 모든 스코어들이 되게 아주 처음 듣는 스코어임에도 불구하고 되게 뭐라고 해야 하나 아주 익숙한 느낌이 들고 따라 부르기도 쉽고 모든 게 기억에 다 남을 만큼 음악이 되게 인상적이었어요. 그래서 그 음악을 만들어내는 과정 같은 것들이 좀 궁금합니다.
First, it was daunting, yes, because you're trying to live up to this legacy of this music that it's been in people's heads and people's hearts, for 30 years, with the original Lion King. And so the best thing to do is to try to not replace or outdo those songs, but to take the energy and try to just like live in the legacy, of what they mean, of how they feel, while also doing your own thing. And so Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did the songs, he did Hamilton, Encanto, Moana, he's a musical genius. And so working with him, the best thing that we did was to not be afraid of the songs that already exist, because if we did, we might make the songs like in this very fearful way. But instead to try to reflect what the characters were experiencing. I think those original songs work because they really reflect the world of the characters. And so we felt so long as these songs reflected the world of this film, it was going to work.
특히나 뭐라고 해야 되나 처음에 어린 시절에 타카가 불렀던 그 뮤지컬 음악에서 그 브라더라고 하는 그 후렴구가 되게 인상적으로 꽂혔었는데 그 브라더라는 후렴구가 이제 뒤에 이제 성인이 돼서도 나오는데 그 톤 앤 매너가 굉장히 달라가지고 거기에 되게 감탄을 했었다라는 말씀 드리고 싶어요.
Yeah, that's the power of movie making, He establishes the meaning, in the one song, and then because the characters have changed, now he gives it a whole new meaning. the same word but new meaning because of how he performs it. That's the power of movie making.
되게 놀랬던 게 사실은 문라이트라는 영화와 무파사는 되게 다른 톤의 면의 영화인데 물론 이제 그 내용적인 부분의 유사함이나 감정 같은 건 분명히 있지만 되게 촬영 기법이나 이런 거에서 되게 좀 놀랬던 것 같아요. 사실은 이제 정면 클로즈업 같은 경우는 어떻게 보면 감독님의 어떤 시그니처 같은 느낌인데 그런 것들이 실제로 되게 이번 작품에서도 되게 막 많이 등장을 했던 것 같고 그런 것들이 사실은 그 어떻게 보면 이제 동물 캐릭터죠. 동물 캐릭터한테 되게 몰입이 될 수 있었다는 순간이었던 것 같고 그 전작하고 비교했을 때도 이 캐릭터의 심리에 좀 더 많이 빠져들어갈 수 있는 그런 느낌이었던 것 같아요. 이번 작업을 할 때 카메라 사용이나 클로즈업 같은 경우는 어떻게 생각하셨는지 그런 게 좀 궁금합니다.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we've evolved to do in our filmmaking, and the cinematographer on Moonlight is the cinematographer on Mufasa. And so when we first took the job, we said to the studio, we have to be able to film the characters this way. Yes, they're lions, and yet still they're expressing themselves. And so we want to have an intimacy with the audience in catching those expressions. The really big thing we did was we wanted to find a way to make the movie in a real space in real time. Because the other thing with those close-ups is they're responding to the movement of the characters. And so in the last film, they never had a way where they could be filming and someone is physically performing the role at the same time. But we found a way to get the animators in suits, not the actors, the animators in suits. Because the characters have 4 legs, but humans have 2 legs, it's complex to move and have the movement make sense. But we brought the animators in, put them in suits to do the movements. That way, the camera sometimes, knowing when it's appropriate to be in a close-up, depends on how close a character is to another character, or what's been said and how the character's reacting. And so we found a way to create a live action camera in the making of this animated film, and these close-ups were a big part of it. The intimacy you felt, I thank you for that, because that was the only way I felt I could make the film and have it be in my voice.
한국 영화를 혹시 재밌게 보신 한국 영화가 있는지 그런 것도 좀 궁금합니다. 네.
Oh, of course. I mean, Parasite, of course. There's an old film called 301 302. Do you know this film? It's sort of like
네, I know.
yeah. I remember watching that film when I was a student, and somehow I rented it in a video store. This is a long time ago, just at random. And something about the specificity of it, of the voice of the filmmaker, I just found it invigorating. And so, yes, Train to Busan. I also watched Seoul Station after I watched Train to Busan, which I thought was incredible. All the works of director Bong, I think are also just like really, really moving. And then this film, Burning, I thought was just absolutely. I mean, you guys have some amazing filmmakers, as you know, including yourself.
한국 관객들을 위해서 감독님 무파사라는 작품을 통해 가지고 뭐 말씀하시고 싶은 메시지 그런 거 마지막 인사 한번 해주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I would most want the Korean audience to take away from Mufasa, The Lion King has existed for so long, and these characters have been frozen in good and evil. And I think it's really wonderful and important to look at how the world, the parenting, the circumstances shape these two characters. When you see the film, Mufasa and Taka ultimately get brought into the same family, but one of them gets raised by one parent and the other one is raised by the other parent. And that literally creates the situation where they become two completely different people. If you switch that, we might be talking about Taka, the Lion King, which I think is a really awesome thing to consider, and a really wonderful thing to experience in this film.
인터뷰에 응해주셔서 너무 감사하고 언제 나중에 또 이 화상이 아니라 대면으로 뵐 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다. 네.
Yes, it would be a pleasure, man. I really, really respect your work. It's an honor.
네, 감사합니다. 네.